happy whatever day it is, Friday, the 19th, 17th, 18th, something. Whatever Friday it is before Thanksgiving, here in 2023. I figured, what the world was really missing was just more white dudes in their cars talking to their cameras. So here we go. But anyhow, I just want to talk about something that came up while it was fresh on my mind. Got this political hot take for you. I'm just kidding. No, I found this listing on Facebook Marketplace, and it was a bunch of different Star Wars ships. And they had a couple of clone gunships, the same one that I had that parted out recently. They had Millennium Falcon. They had some old Ahsoka sets from Clone Wars era. It was, like 11 different sets. And so the listing had said that there were no figs, but unless they were in the pictures. And there were some that were in the pictures that were like stuck inside ships and everything. And I was like, I don't know what this means. So I had kind of a weird feeling about the listing, but I was like, let's try it and figure it out. So I got talking to the seller and got good vibes from them. They seemed really nice. They were in some Mandalorian costuming groups that I'm in, some cosplay groups, which I have worked on a Mandalorian cosplay that's now sitting in a box somewhere. So got good vibes from them. Didn't seem too bad at all, overall. But I put in I've mentioned many times, the Bricklink Discord group, and I was like, can I get more eyes on this? I just not sure. Feels like something is slightly off, but I can't tell. And the listing was for $800, which for all of the things in there was about a third to a half of the overall value. So on my way to meet the seller, close to their house, they had some of the good folks there in the Discord responded and said, hey, there's no Lego on the studs for the one particular ship, and like a lot of these ships, the value is in the figs, for not necessarily in the ships themselves. So ended up getting there and inspected the sets, inspected what was there as much as I could, because he had put it all in this box, and I couldn't even see some of the sets without, if I wanted to dig through it. Just got kind of vibes from him that he didn't really want me to negotiate at all. Not that people want you to negotiate, but he just had a very much, I want to get rid of this kind of feel. And so turns out he had all the figs that he had in a little Ziploc bag, and there was 5 relatively inexpensive of the clone gunners. There's missing the Padmes from the gunships. It's missing the Rex and the Wolf and such from the Rex's ATT Walker. And then, like I said, the one was off-brand, which he had kind of put in the description. He said an unbranded Lego something. So just the way it was worded, it was kind of weird. Anyhow, I passed on the purchase, and somewhat understandably, he was rather pissed off. He swore at me and told me to get out of there from the Publix parking lot. And so I left and immediately blocked him on Facebook just from the reaction, because I don't think that kind of reaction is necessarily warranted. You can say, hey, no problem, thanks for coming over, whatever. It was really close to his house versus almost an hour trip for me. But overall, like someone said in the Discord, it was a bullet dodged, but it was while his reaction was fairly over the top, some work on my part beforehand could have helped avoid the entire situation. I should have asked more questions beforehand about what figs are actually in there. Paid more attention to really determine, the one ship was a fake, and figured out why that was worded the way it was. So I feel like the listing was probably geared towards someone who saw a bunch of cool Star Wars ships and wanted to jump on it without really inspecting it. And guess what? That's what I did. Fortunately, I walked away from it. So overall, it cost me, an hour and a half or so round trip. But I think it's a good lesson learned overall. So I'm hoping to pass on some of that to you, and that if that's not something you're already working on, that you can work on being able to walk away, being able to trust your gut. Because like I said, I felt something was slightly off about it all. So yeah, I feel bad that I kind of wasted his time. But hopefully he has a good sale from someone else. Yeah, that's all.
And this is what happens when you accidentally bump your container without closing it first, with the arms and the hands just going everywhere.
Happy Monday, November 20th. I got 3 orders going. Right now it's the afternoon. Started out earlier this morning, but it's break week from school, so things shift a little bit differently. I'm off of my day job. So I'm going to finish these up. Got 2 pieces of mail for mail call. I got through, there was those bins of figs that have been sitting next to my desk for forever. I got through one of those, distributed the other ones, and then put some in the bags down here because they were starting to get like dust and whatnot, which is not ideal. But listed some more stuff in the store, and going through and picking this order. This one, we got 20 lots of 241 items. It's clearing out a lot of the lots, which is awesome. So they've got a bunch of the grill pieces, both there, and then basically a giant bag of grill pieces, just cleaning out several colors from it. So pretty nice. I'm going to keep going on this order. Got all the regular drawers done earlier, and now it's onto the minifigs, then the wides and the overflow bins. So we're going to get going. Got my coffee, and I am set. So I want to stop here, and I've mentioned this in a previous one where I had messed up the colors of the parts. It's like, if you're looking at that, what color is that? And some of there's a reflection from my finger, and that's fine. But just at a glance, that looks like it's dark blue gray. In fact, it's black. And the color you're seeing at least I'm seeing on the phone, is pretty similar to what I'm seeing on the screen itself. So that's just where I'm going to be extra careful with some of these, that I'm making sure I'm getting the right colors as I go. So just one thing to look out for with Brick Freedom. Okay, so we've got our orders picked and packed over here, and we're jumping to the mail call. I like this big shiny one. I went ahead and pre-cut these so I didn't have to fumble with scissors. So first up, we got some parts and such from Skitz Bricks. Lots of stuff for that school bus that I'm working on for my kid's bus driver. So we've got like this entire roof of it, and then we got some chairs and just a couple arms. I think I had to bring it in to hit their minimum amount or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, everything here is for the bus. So I'm just going to toss those up here for now. Then this one is from Barn Bricks. Very classic 4x4 box. I came here for the both. They had the shuttle pieces that I was missing, these ones here, and then the last 2 wheel wells for the bus. Then they just had a bunch of other parts and stuff that I needed for various figs. So that was a pretty nice haul overall. I'll check these over a little bit more later, but right now, just a quick glance, things look pretty good on my end. I thought I saw a bite mark. We're good. Yeah, so happy with those two hauls. Like I said, I'll check things over, but everything looks fine. Just at a quick glance. So thanks to Barn Bricks and Utica Bricks for the parts. I'm looking forward to finishing out the shuttle finally and finishing up the bus. So I got one more order coming in that has some stuff for the bus. So that'll be finished up hopefully within this week.
Good morning. It is the 22nd of November. I am sick, hence my voice. And I can't talk much louder than this. And I'm realizing I'm ending every sentence in a weird inflection. Anyhow, I have one order to pick, and then I had someone order this Boba Fett. So if you remember in previous clip, I got these legs in a mail call. And this one is a misprint where yellow lines should be on this side, but instead they're on this side. So I put that on the Star Wars Figs misprint page. Offered it for like about $10 more than the going rate for the fig on its own. Because looking up on that particular misprint, doesn't add a ton of value. But someone ended up buying it through the Facebook group and paid. So I'm going to ship that out. Anyhow, going to pick this order. I don't think I'll be able to, well, I'll see if I can edit the video today or not. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking because as you can tell, it's not a great choice right now. And here's the order, packed. Got a new white space main coming out from the Galaxy Explorer. It's EMF. Bunch of 2x2 jumpers. A dark blue gray and a red blue gray. Dark blue gray. Dark gray rivals. Crystal skull from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The rope from the Spy. Saxophone. And some printed tiles and a couple of new 2x2 or 2x4 jumpers. It's pretty cool. And right as I was picking this, a new order came in. So I'm going to try to get both those out today. So I'm just working on picking this an order that came in. Lots of interesting parts and pieces. Some more of those minifig stands. And they ordered 2 of these flame pieces. The only reason I'm hurting myself with this voice, showing it right now, is back when I was young and stupid, which usually feels about a week ago, I bought a whole bunch of these off of the pad wall, and this was probably one of my first pad purchases, if not the first pad purchase, for the sake of selling them. And here it is, basically a year later, finally selling 2 out of 1,300. So, I've mentioned it before, but I highly recommend not relying on pad pieces for your store. There's a lot of new stores that go under, or they'll talk about how sales are terrible or whatever. When you go to their store to figure out what they're doing, they're always very pad heavy store. Let's see, 1/8x16 gray. The pad heavy store, or they are parting out new sets that everyone else is already also parting out. So it becomes like a race. The race to the bottom is a term that's often used. Let's see. 46. Okay. Race to the bottom is a term that's used a lot for it. If you're all buying the same 5 sets part out, And it's like the Black Panther bust. Pardon my scattered thoughts. I know I'm kind of rambling all over the place. But if you're all buying the same few sets to part out, then you offer no distinction between you and any other store. And if you're a small store, you're competing against much, much larger stores that have a lot more capital and can part out a lot more of those sets. And they can handle... Sorry, hold on a second. As I was saying, you're parting out a lot more of those sets, or they are parting out a lot more of those sets than you could ever acquire. And as such, you're fighting against someone who has a whole lot more capital than you do. Which is never going to work in your favor. If a 2 million part store can part out 50, 100, 150 Black Panther busts, your 3 to 5 that you're getting to part out for the same parts is not going to be a big draw for anyone, and you're going to sit in those parts. Sure, there might be exceptions to that rule from time to time, but I've basically stopped doing any kind of pad parts for the store unless it's just something that's highly sought after, or a couple good SKUs to have, because otherwise the stuff just sits. Like those flames were, like I said, about a year ago, I got a bunch of white jumpers that 1x2 jumpers that I finally just started selling a couple of them, but because it's Christmas time and everyone wants white stuff. So my advice in this particular moment, I've only been in it for a year, so take it as you will. It's not that great of advice. It's not that learned. Just don't buy pad stuff. Don't get the same new sets that everyone else is getting to part out. Like right now is all the Black Friday sales. There's a lot of stuff that's like 30 to 40, 50% off. Regular price, not even clearance. And people are... but guess what? Everyone else is doing that. Your best bet is to wait until you have some clearance on something, or you can find a local sale. Now, sure, if you need some parts to restock your inventory, that's different. But if you're starting out your new store, then you're probably trying to just grab some sets, get them on sale really quick and whatever. But look for the stuff that no one else is parting out. Look for the stuff that isn't the same 10 figs that everyone else has got. A lot of that is paying attention to the market, paying attention to the Discords, the sales pages. If everyone's talking about, oh, hey, this set is on sale, it's got a part out value of XYZ. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a great deal. You might be sitting on those parts for a long ass time. So, I think I'll probably end that rant for now. Ooh, look, someone bought some of these. 1, 2, 3, W41. Yep, those are new. U68 is probably going to be one of these sad little drawers that has, way too much in. Oh, there it is. Just want one. Okay, one of those. I guess this is turning into a live pick video. And one used. 2 of those, W87. That is listed as new. Why is that listed as new? That's not good. I need to check this drawer. That's definitely a used drawer. So I'm going to put missing problem. Oh, come on. Let's grab this first. W100. Blue. One leg blue. Back up here. Missing problem. Okay, save. Good. All right, we got that. W114. One blue. Cool. All right, let's process one order, and we'll call it good for now. So I'll take care of that and check that drawer. I have a feeling it was entered wrong in Brick Store, not caught until now. Yeah, get this order packed up. I don't think the new to used difference is going to be a big deal to them, and I can check if I have new in the store somewhere else for that part, doing a different lot. Probably not. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I got these. Haha, saved this time. Don't rely on this. The moral of this story, children, is to check your Brick Store files before you upload them. Yeah, I bought a bunch of these for Iron Man's. The Iron Man figs that have the like jet boosters for their feet. God, my kid's coming down. So yeah, that'll help me out this time. Anyhow, hope you all have a lovely Thanksgiving for those of you that celebrate, and a lovely week for everyone else. Cheers.